I woke up this morning and I was thinking of a diamond inside of a swamp and taking it out. And if there's like a giant diamond that was submerged in there, you wouldn't know it was in there. And in a similar aspect, I'm thinking on the planet, we've got tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. I don't know, it was just described in all these tons, and you know how much a ton weighs, the size of an elephant. So we've got like hundreds of these elephant weighted trash orbiting the earth, and I don't want to have this be into like a cloak and dagger thing, so in cutting right to the chase, Jake, I think it's like oddly similar. Obviously we don't have the technology to get all the crap out that's orbiting the earth, so by like understanding the similarities between a diamond inside of a swamp and how it's submerged and taking it out almost renders the same stability of accuracy you would need to get all the trash out from planet Earth's orbit. We age, we have our cells that are less absorbent of their energy, and so they just kind of peter out. Those two similarities, I think, are a stability problem. And in order to fix their stability, I mean, if you're trying to go up there into outer space, you're going to need to be really stable. And so I was thinking, can't Iron Man do that, like with his suit? I was like, if a robot could. Understanding like robots classically in your brain, you don't think they can come out of water, but in Terminator, they do. So they just must have like the same thing going on with a really closed chassis, tight chassis, air sealed, so water doesn't leak in. And the submersibles, they're basically robots, two together, getting a robot going up into outer space to clear out the space junk. Nice intro. Hey, all you out there, be careful. These sidewalks aren't dug out as they should have been. And sure enough, it's all the people who put the satellites up there, they didn't care to clean up after themselves. And they know what's up there because they have to put in new ones all the time. They have to go through it, and it's just depreciating Earth because you've got that going on overhead, and you know that everyone under it ain't that worth a bag of potato chips enough with that's going on. And so in depreciating life, I was figuring out what's wrong with like the earth is where there would be a scenario that would be so heinous. It's actually already in one, because I heard he's an 8-hole, but it's the same can be said with a mentality, is where like if you're outspoken, then you're just generalizing. Nowadays and age, people need the truth of things not looked over more than ever. What's going on up there? If I could draw in stars near, like an idea, because gravity's real. So all those small things are gravitationally bound to our planet. Our planet is gravitationally bound to like the closest star, the sun. And so these things are true on small scale, larger scale. And so with the gravity in mind, you can like really attune it to like how a vacuum suction would have that diamond under the swamp. You taking it out would be the residual effect of combining the whole thing into one shebang. Left. Remainder. And I'm always fancying like this puppet design where the strings, you twist the person hanging on the strings, the object, and then the strings tighten to make what are diamond shaped. These are crystallines that are cuts that are made from the diamond. And the intricacy of that exterior to the interior, I fancy that as like with the puppet, you know, it has like those cross sticks. If you've never seen a ant hill underground, they've got all these chambers where if you put liquid metal in there, it's what a lot of people do, and then you pull that out and wash it off. That looks like a really intricate cross stick, where if you had like something hanging off from that, you could have all the muscles like in a hand, if a hand was really big, be as intricate as like to a surgical power. And so if you're doing the accuracy of all the space trash all around the planet, taking out in one fell swoop, it would almost imitate like a diamond emerging from a swamp if it was a massive one. And lastly, I'm making this really quick so like I can upload it to Facebook, because you can't be over 10 minutes on it. residual, I mentioned that, is like we've got a problem with that on Earth. If you take out stuff from the dishwasher, all the cup rims at the very top have excess water. It's like shoveling out the streets or sidewalks is going to have all this excess matter, and even more so on ones that have thicker ice on the bottom. And so our tools aren't constructed to a way as fine dynamics as they should, because we're not there yet. And so making stuff like this, it would seem like a Stone Age equipment, but used for something that is futuristic, is the winning game plan.